Hey guys, just a quickie one here. So the video you're about to watch is a video about me explaining basically what is happening to the TimeSplitters Minecraft stuff, and what is going to happen with it in the future and so on. I did it briefly at the end of the Harry Potter video that I just uploaded. I was actually planning to do it in a separate video, but I thought the amount of detail I went into in it was actually good enough in the end for a whole separate video. So I cut that bit out of the Harry Potter video and have made it into its own video. So this is just me at the beginning introducing it, as I did go straight into it otherwise in the actual video. There's going to be no gameplay of any sort in the background, I'm afraid, during it, as I did it at the end of a Harry Potter video. So all you will see is just a pause screen of Harry Potter and the Prisoner of Azkaban. So sorry about that. But I thought it was okay as it was. So it's basically going to be an information video, which is what it was going to be in the first place anyway. So yeah, well, I hope you guys enjoy it. If you have any questions or anything, then do let me know. And if you want to help out or anything, which you'll hear about in the video, then please do feel free. I'd be very happy if you did. Otherwise, if you guys enjoyed the video, please leave a like. I really appreciate it, as always. And I will catch you guys in my next video. So see you then, guys. Bye. As for the Minecraft things, now this is an interesting one. Very interesting for me, actually. Because, as a lot of you know, for the last 4, maybe 5, probably 4 years, I have been making TimeSplitters maps inside Minecraft, and I originally did it just for fun, and also as like a kind of thank you to just TimeSplitters being a thing. And it was great fun. It was really interesting, and I loved doing it. It was great, and I've made quite a few maps, to be fair, from TimeSplitters in Minecraft, and I know they've been quite popular with people. People have downloaded them, people have played them, people have watched my videos and me showcasing them, and so on. And they've done very well, and I'm happy to see that they have done as well as they have. I really wasn't expecting quite the audience that I got for it. So it did kind of impress me quite a bit, and obviously when I saw this audience, I went back to the Mansion of Madness map, which was actually the first map that I made in TimeSplitters in Minecraft, because obviously I made campaign maps and also the multiplayer maps as well. I was hoping to move on to challenges at some point, might still do that. But when I saw how popular these things were and how much people really liked them, I thought I would step it up a notch and go and make, Mansion of Madness better, as in make it even more like the actual level rather than just from my head, which is the way I built all of them, by the way, from my head. It wasn't looking at the game or anything, it was just from my head. But then for the Mansion of Madness, I thought I would go and design it exactly as it is. Obviously certain things I couldn't change, but otherwise exactly as it was. So I went on the game, I designed it exactly to the game, and released it again. And it was very popular, very, very popular. Everyone liked it, especially the redesign of what originally was, and I have to say, even myself, I was really impressed by how much better it looked. It was so much better, and everyone loved it. And in particular for me, it was probably one of the best achievements I've ever done, because I never thought that it'd actually be quite that possible, but it really was, and it worked out perfectly, and as a result, everyone was really happy with it, and so was I actually in the end. And it was really popular, and it kind of got to the extent where I was like, okay, this is kind of getting a bit serious now. So I decided to do what so far I have not seen anybody else do, which surprised me a bit, was to make, and a lot of you know this now, the TimeSplitters Minecraft world, which was putting all these different maps from me and from other developers into a huge world where we all come together as one community and play it through there. And obviously I've done that. I'm really happy with that and how it looks at the moment. There's a lot of maps in it, obviously, and it was a huge project for me. I did go and fix a lot of problems that were involved in making it, and it took a long time. Let's just put it that way. It took ages, but I was really proud to be able to actually have the privilege from multiple different people who could have just said to me when I asked them whether I could use their map in the world. They could have just sat there and said, no, screw you, I ain't putting that in the world, why would I let you do that? But they didn't. Every single person replied back to me and said, yeah, go ahead, put it in the world. It'd be great to have it in the world. And that just proves how nice and honest we all are in the TimeSplitters community. It's great to really feel like there's no negativity at all involved. And it's great. I really felt so happy about it, and I will never forget that ever. And it was great. And the fact that the world has done quite well itself also makes me incredibly happy. Obviously, there's still loads of work to be done on it, and I had to put it aside for other reasons, which was unfortunate. But I want people to know I haven't forgotten about it at all. It's still deep down, it is a big deal to me. But it's not just the world itself that's a big deal to me, but also general maps themselves. And not everyone wants to play it in a big, huge world. And I understand why, being someone that's studying games design and that. It's a lot to load if you don't have a really decent PC. The world itself, it's huge, and it makes the game quite laggy and things, and it's a bit of a problem. So I understand that. However, if you make each map in a single map itself, without all of them together, people can play that. And, I respect that, and that's why I wanted to do that. So for that reason, that is why I did that, and I think it was a good idea, and people still prefer me to do these sort of things, so that's what I will do. Now, this is where I come on to my projects. I have actually returned to making maps in Minecraft again for TimeSplitters. I left it for a while, not because I wasn't enjoying it, it's because other things came along as bigger priorities, like YouTube stuff, then we got uni, and all sorts of things that popped up in my life, and it slows me down on other things, and unfortunately I had to put all that to the side, which was a shame, and I really didn't want to do it, but I didn't have a choice. But it's come back again, and I'm, actually doing it again. And I will tell you now the projects that are on the go for TimeSplitters in Minecraft. And that is Scotland the Brave, which is my biggest project at the moment. I always wanted to make that level in Minecraft, and it is like one of my most favourite TimeSplitters levels. And to be honest, if you make that in Minecraft, it's going to be awesome. It will take a long time as I'm doing it on my own, so please bear that in mind, but it's going to be good as a result, I reckon, and I think people will be quite happy with it. I might release it out in chunks on Planet Minecraft for people to play just as a solo map, because why not? It would be nice to get feedback from people as well along the way while doing that, so I can go back and change that bit if I need to. It would be good in general to get different opinions here and there, but it will take a while. It's going to take a very long time, but it will be good to do. So that's the big one. Graveyard from TimeSplitters 1, which I know not a lot of people know, especially if you haven't played TimeSplitters 1, but it's one of the bonus maps you unlock if you played Tomb on hard or normal and hard. You unlocked it as a multiplayer map, which I played on a lot when I was younger, so I wanted to make it for that reason. So that's coming, and that won't take that long. And then the other one was Village from TimeSplitters 1, the story level, which is coming along quite nicely actually, and that one will probably be possibly the first one to be finished. Maybe Graveyard will, I'm not sure yet. But they've been in the works for about 3 years now, so yes, it makes a difference. But I'm trying to do them to perfection this time, rather than doing them in the way that I did before, which was just from my head, and just doing it from my head really quickly like that. I'm actually trying to do them properly this time, which is actually looking at them from the game, getting the right detail in the right spots, and building them like that. So they're actually perfect on launch, rather than building something from my head and then going back and changing it like ages after, which I did with Mansion of Madness obviously, and I don't want to have to do that because it just seems stupid. I could do it properly, so that's why I'm doing that, and I think it's a better idea doing that, and I know most people will probably agree. Obviously when that happens, that means that will get put into the proper world as well, and yeah, that'll be that. So lastly, this is the very last thing for this, if there's anyone that wants to be a part of that project, like just a single project, like Scotland the Brave, Graveyard, Village, any of it, or if you want to be a part of the actual team, in my case it would have to be a team, of making the TimeSplitters maps in Minecraft, then please do let me know. I will be really happy to have other people with me doing this, rather than always doing it on my own. It will make life so much easier and so much faster. So if you want to do that, that would be really useful. There are plenty of jobs I can give you, so please do let me know. Just leave a comment or message me any way you like. I don't care how you do it. Twitter, YouTube, messaging, YouTube comments, anything. Just let me know, and I will answer, and well, I'll see what I can get for you. And yeah, well, it'll be quite useful. It'd be great if we had a huge team for it. Hell, you could get everything done really quickly then, but we'll see. I will say for the TimeSplitters world, I would like to have a team for that, because it's a big project and it does chew up a lot of time if you're only doing it as a one person, like me on my own, doing it. It takes up so much time, and obviously it takes forever to find the glitches that are around and then fix them. But then also, if there are other things that you want in there, which I do, which is like the environments to be changed in certain ways, and then I also want some AI in there that look like the TimeSplitters characters, that I need a Skinner really for this as well, then that would be great, just because I really don't have time to go and do that, and also the maps, and also the bug fixing and all this stuff. Doing all of it is too much. So yes, you've got to understand that. But yeah, if you want to join it, then let me know. I will upload this extra bit at the end here as a separate video, even though it will have a Harry Potter the Prisoner of Azkaban thing in the background, but who cares. I just want to upload it as a separate video, as it's quite long and it really is something that I wanted to talk about and explain to everyone. So yes, I will upload it as a separate video for all of you, and hope that that's that.